Warriors got the date circled, baby. January 15th, the first day that Jonathan Kuminga can be traded. And if anyone says he won't be dealt, they're wrong. There is so much toxic bad blood between Golden State and their 2021 first-round pick. And it's almost over, but not quite. So Kuminga agreed to a 2-year, $48.5 million deal with a team option at the end. Dude wanted a player option for control, but they said no. Why did he finally give up? Because his other route was the qualifying offer at just $8 million. But turned down $50 million guaranteed just to get that player option? No. But Kuminga finally blinked, which means this is the most tradable contract he could possibly have signed. If a team wants him just to get money off their books, they could trade for JK and drop him. Or if they like how he plays, they could pick up the option and make him wait. But what teams are actually going to want this guy? Actually, a lot. Because Jonathan Kuminga has shown elite role player skills at least, maybe more. Like in 2024, for example, he averaged 19 points, 5 boards, and 3 dimes the last 44 games of the season. That is comparable to guys like Desmond Bane, Mikal Bridges, or Andrew Wiggins the year the Warriors won the title. So why not just keep JK? He's 23 years old. Because so far, it's been a nightmare. They drafted Kuminga 7th overall in 2021, hoping he'd be the next athletic wing, carry the Warriors to the future. 6'8", explosive, can score at the rim, and has the look of a two-way star. But the problem started immediately. Turns out, they passed on Franz Wagner, who would have been perfect, for a guy who does not fit Golden State's system. JK is an ISO scorer, but they've already got their alpha with Steph Curry. On defense, Kuminga's got the tools to guard anyone, but the Warriors demand perfect rotations and discipline, which Kuminga does not have. Oh, and the shooting? Not consistent, so defenses sag off, clogging the lane for everyone else. So Kerr benched him for vets, especially in the playoffs, which, started to piss dude off. Now, at first, you could kind of explain it, right? Like, well, he's 20 years old, we're trying to win a championship here. But last season, this was year 4 for Kuminga. Kerr was benching him in the most important games. It was only when Steph got hurt, he was forced to play Kuminga, and he went off, dropping 21 points, shooting 54% against the Wolves in round 2. But if he's that good, why did he get so little playing time? Because the Warriors traded for Jimmy Butler. In fact, Steve Kerr admitted this. Yep, Jimmy's arrival took away a lot of Jonathan's minutes. As soon as Jimmy arrived and we started winning, Jonathan was out the whole stretch. We go 17-3 or something. So we're gonna keep doing what's been winning. But the lineup with Jimmy, Jonathan, and Draymond doesn't fit really well. Frankly, we need more spacing. And if those are the 3 guys, Jimmy, Draymond, Kuminga, who do you think's gonna be the odd man out? But imagine being Kuminga in that moment. Kerr gives him 4 DNP CDs in the postseason. And as soon as he plays him, dude goes off scoring 20 plus a night in the playoffs. He must have been so mad, like, I told you I'm good, get me out of here. But very few teams had cap space this offseason. So when nobody swooped in with an offer, JK was stuck on the Warriors. But hey, here we are, it all worked out. So what happens next? Well, Kuminga is going to have to earn Steve Kerr's trust yet again to show another team that he is worth the trade. And actually, the Warriors sneaky need Kuminga right now because he is 23 years old and the potential Dubs starting lineup is ancient, an average age of 36 years old. I think this is the best meme to describe it. Steph went from 2 timelines to 1 very old timeline. And yes, Brandon Podziemski could lower that number, but we'll see. Now, being old is good for experience, winning, but when it comes to injuries, you know that Jimmy Butler is going to be out for like 2 weeks here, 2 weeks there, and that will be Kuminga's time to shine. Now, before we look at how good the Warriors can be this season, they're incomplete, okay? We won't really know who they are until after this trade. So what's it gonna be? Now, the Warriors will, at first, tell us that they plan on keeping Kuminga and seeing what happens. But that is a lie. It's the exact same thing that they said with D'Angelo Russell a few years ago. They swore they were going to trade him. The moment Andrew Wiggins became available, they got him. So at $22.5 million, the Warriors now have a list of players that they could trade Kuminga for straight up. And that list includes Dylan Brooks, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope 3-and-D, Andrew Nimhard would be great, especially with the Pacers and all their issues right now. Herb Jones, if the Pelicans just crater. Derek White and Anthony Simons. Now, you hate Dylan Brooks, but he was good 3-and-D in Houston, led to winning there. Anthony Simons could actually win them regular season games, fit in the system better to keep the vets fresh for the playoffs. But the dream target is Derek White. Dude checks almost every box. A switchable defender, all defense back-to-back years, 2 of the last 3. A guard who plays well off the ball, catch and shoot killer, super low maintenance, and such a good glue/locker room guy. Team USA brought him to Paris to win gold. Now the only problem is the cost. Okay, the Celtics, several picks at least for White, but the Warriors want to keep their picks for someone else. And I know this sounds crazy, but Giannis is going to affect everything that the Warriors do. They have serious plans to attract Giannis if he leaves Milwaukee. And we just saw at Bucks Media Day, Giannis throw shade on the Bucks' new owner for saying that, oh, he wants to be a Buck for life. Yes, it's a long shot, but 100% a real thing. So just for fun, what could the Dubs offer for the Greek Freak if things go south in Milwaukee? Well, their absolute best offer would be Giannis for Jonathan Kuminga, Brandon Brzezinski, Moses Moody, Buddy Hield, 3 first-round picks and 3 swaps. That is every single pick the Dubs have. Still not enough. The only way for Golden State to outbid a team like the Rockets, for example, is if Giannis says, I want to be a Warrior only. I have a 1-team wish list. So expect JK to get traded for someone a little less freaky. But once that happens, how good can the Warriors be this season? We all want to see Steph Curry play deep into the playoffs. Well, OKC is the West favorite, followed by the Nuggets, Lakers, Rockets, Clippers, Wolves, then Warriors. What? It is crazy for Golden State to be only above the Mavs and the Spurs. For example, I think the Al Horford signing is super underrated. Al is the stretch center that Golden State needs. It is tough with Jimmy and Draymond not reliable 3-point shooters, so Horford helps that rotation. Oh, and despite his age, Al was trusted in Boston to the very end. Also, he can pass. He's almost like having a second Draymond out there on the floor so that you have that kind of skill set the entire game. And bottom line, Al Horford may be old, but he will get up for the biggest games. Like, you don't want to count on him Tuesday in Charlotte. But against Nikola Jokic in the playoffs, he will turn back the clock. So yes, the Dubs are way better than predicted, but they could get even better with the right JK trade. There may be an outside shot that he somehow matures, fits into the Dubs system, stays. But either way, this is the storyline that will determine how the dynasty ends. But it is good vibes in Golden State right now, unlike in Philly. The Sixers just had their media day, and unfortunately, they may be the saddest team in the NBA right now.